Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video on registration under GST. In today's video, we will discuss on the topic Rule 19, which deals with the rules regarding amendment of registration. In the previous video, we had a discussion on section 29, which talked about the amendment of registration, and a brief introductory discussion on Rule 19, rules regarding amendment of registration. So today we will discuss Rule 19 in detail. So in Rule 19, it mentions about the rules regarding amendment of registration. That means how does the process of amendment of registration takes place from the application till the approval of amendment of registration. Okay, so every registered person and a person to whom a unique identity number has been assigned shall inform the proper officer of any changes in the information furnished requiring amendment of registration within the prescribed period. Okay, so after granting the registration by the proper officer, there is a chance that there may arise some changes in different provisions, in different fields or in different items like the name of the business or the address or the additional place of business, then addition of partners, etc. So after granting registration, and if there is any change in the particulars, the registration shall apply for amendment within 15 days of such change in Form GST REG 14, that is 14, along with the documents. That means if there is any change in the particulars furnished in the application for registration, then the registered person shall apply for amendment of registration within a period of 15 days of such change. And this application should be submitted electronically in Form GST REG 14 and along with all the documents requiring which relates to such change at the common portal. This can be done, or this application can be submitted either directly or through a facilitation center notified by the commissioner. So that is the beginning process, application given for amendment, that should be given within 15 days of such change. And after giving the application for amendment of registration, in normal cases, the amendment shall be approved by the proper officer within a period of 15 days from the date of receipt of application. So, suppose I am a registered person and I gave an application for amendment of registration, and within 15 days of receipt of application, or within 15 days of receiving the application, the proper officer should approve the amendment if all the documents are verified or all the documents are completed, and also if the proper officer feels that there is a requirement for amendment of registration. In that situation, approval will be given within a period of 15 days. Okay, so after the due verification, the proper officer shall approve the application and issue an order in Form GST REG 15, and that too electronically. So that if the application for change is approved by the proper officer, that approval order will be issued in Form GST REG 15. And such amendment shall take effect from the date of the occurrence of the event warranting the amendment. That means whenever or which is the date on which the change has occurred, that particular date will be considered as the amendment date. So amendment shall take effect from that particular date onwards. So we can say some of the situations in case of that that can arise in the case of amendment of registration, and following are some situations like change of the name of business, or change in the address of the principal place of business, additional addition of place of business, then addition, deletion, or retirement of partners or directors or other members responsible for the day-to-day activities of the business. These all can be classified under the head changes, or changes that have happened which paved a way to the amendment of registration. Okay. So, the change in any state or union territory shall be applicable for all registrations obtained on the same permanent account number. So, I hope we have discussed this point in the previous video. And also, if there is any change in the permanent account number or the PAN, in that case, a fresh application for registration should be submitted. If there is a change in PAN, we cannot have an amendment in this particular registration. We should apply for, or the registered person should apply for a fresh application for registration purpose. Okay. Then, if in case there is any change in the mobile number or email address, the same can be changed with reference to the online verification. So, changes can be made only after the online verification done. Okay. Then, if the proper officer is of the opinion that the amendment is either not warranted, that means it is not required, either amendment is not required, all the documents furnished are incomplete or incorrect. So, in such a case, the proper officer will not give approval for amendment of registration, and in that case, he may, within a period of 15 working days from the date of receipt of the application, serve a notice to the registered person to show cause within a period of 7 working days of the service of notice as to why the application for amendment shall not be rejected. So, if the proper officer is not satisfied, or if the proper officer is of the opinion that amendment is not required, is not warranted, or the documents are incomplete, then in that particular case he may issue a notice to show cause, asking them, uh, tell me the reasons why I should not reject your application for amendment of registration. So this particular registered person needs to give a reply regarding the reasons why his application should not be rejected. Okay, he should reply within 7 working days. And where the reply furnished is found to be unsatisfactory, or if no reply is furnished within the period prescribed, in that particular case, the proper officer shall reject the application, and he may pass an order in form GST REG 05. And this reply should be received from the registered person. So, in case that registered person does not give a reply or give an unsatisfactory reply, the proper officer shall reject the application. Okay. And if in case the proper officer fails to communicate back to the registered person within 15 working days of receipt of application, or within 7 working days from the date of receipt of the reply to the show cause notice, if the proper officer is not communicating back in both these situations, then the certificate of registration shall stand amended to the extent applied for. So this is same like in the case of deemed registration. So if the proper officer does not communicate back, then the registration is said to be deemed registration. Okay. So in the same manner, if the proper officer fails to communicate in both these situations, either within 15 working days from the date of submission of application, or within a period of 7 working days from the date of receipt of reply to the show cause notice, then the certificate of registration shall stand amended. Okay, and the the amended certificate will be available to the registered person on the common portal. So he can have an access to that particular registration certificate. So these are the rules regarding amendment of registration as per rule 19, which is explained very in a very detailed manner. Okay, so I hope you will get an idea going through this video regarding rule 19, amendment of registration. Thank you.